Hi there, and in this video we want to be checking out the Godot 4.4.1 version, which has been released just a few hours ago. We know that a couple of weeks ago we had the Godot 4.4 version officially released over here on 3 of March. But well, there were some problems for people who were updating their project or some bugs over there in general. So they had to release like an intermediate version. In this case, it was 4.4.1 release candidate 1. They also, at the same time that they were doing this, they released the first dev snapshot of 4.5. And then they also released like a second release candidate for this version 4.4.1 on 21 March. But just 5 days after this version, the maintenance release was officially released. So as far as I know and as far as I understand, the following thing that they are going to focus on, we're going to see if there is something mentioned here in the blog post, by the way, is that, well, they are now going to be focusing completely on Godot 4.5. That, by the way, we checked it in a video that was uploaded just a couple of days ago, so you can check it out as well. So it is not like super mentioned the fact that now they're going to be completely focusing on 4.5. I don't think that if there are any issues with this maintain release, they are not going to be releasing any kind of new versions such as 4.4.2. They are going to be completely focusing on 4.5. This is basically a thought that I have. It is not like completely stated in these paragraphs, but well, I believe it's the obvious thing to think. So here, if we scroll down a little bit, we find the 125 fixes. So of course, this is a maintenance release, so probably we are not going to be seeing any kind of new features, new stuff that is worth mentioning. These are super specific fixes for super specific scenarios. But this is super good if you have, for example, upgraded your project to 4.4 and lots of things broke, or some stuff was not working correctly in your project, or even if you create a new project and something was not working correctly, maybe something quite specific, well, now it should have been released. So as it's stated over here, these releases are expected to be safe for an upgrade, but we recommend to always make backups or restore version control systems such as Git, of course, to prevent any kind of data loss or corruption. So you can actually read all the fixes over here and see, oh, I was having some problems with the read mode transform 3D node. Now it should be fixed. I don't know. But as you can see, all the things here are fix. So we won't be having anything that we could actually check in a YouTube video here that could demonstrate here that there is new stuff. Because once again, these kind of releases are pretty specific for some kind of specific issue that people were having. And for example, here for those that have projects in Godot 4.4, here it says that as of now, there are no known incompatibilities with the previous Godot 4.4 release. And here's the important thing, we encourage all users to upgrade to 4.4.1. So once again, if you have a version control system or you have a copy of the project, or if not, you can create one, well, it should be safe to upgrade your project, for example. And if it's not working correctly, well, you can file an issue on GitHub so that they can sort it out. So that would be the most important things of this release. I will still go here to download it just so we can see it a little bit on the inside. So here we have the zip file. Once again, this always contains the executable itself, which is always the heavier in size, okay, the heavier file. So this is the executable, this is the console. In most general cases where you just create basic things, you don't really need to open the console. Here we have it, 4.4.1 stable. And we can directly go here to downloads, and I will create a new one over there. I will just call it Godot, something like that with double T. It doesn't matter because it seems that I already have a project there called Godot. So I will just call it like that, or Godot 4.4.1. There we go. So let's go ahead and create. Once again, this edit now button, if you have not seen it before, this basically means that if it is enabled, as soon as you create the project, it is going to open, so you are going to be able to edit it right away. Or if not, you can disable it, and the project is not going to kind of being, it is not going to be opened. It is just going to create the folder with the project and everything that's going to allow you to actually create the project, but it's not going to open it up. I don't really know how this could change something, because I believe that every time you create a project you want to open it up, but I don't know, maybe there are some specific cases in which you don't want to create a project and open it up. I don't know. So let's wait a second. So here we have it. Of course, we shouldn't be expecting anything new. But well, here we have it. So what I really want to create something that I want to do is to just drag and drop here some icons, for example. And I want to continue trying out the game tab, because it did have, as far as I have tested in previous versions, some problems. Like when I was moving this window, it was kind of breaking or not moving as smoothly as it could. So let's wait a couple of seconds, and there we have it. Yes, and it continues to be like quite laggy. Yes, you can perfectly see it in the recording. This should be much smoother. And also, like, the gray rectangle is kind of breaking at the same time. Everything else is still working perfectly fine. I can select this one, and I know I will flip it horizontally and vertically, for example. But well, moving this thing and being not smooth, well, it's not something that is pretty pleasant. But well, there it is. I thought that with the official release of 4.4 or even this maintain release, that would have been fixed, because it is such an amazing feature, this game tab, that I thought it would have been like even more polished. I know that the work that has been done in order to create this game tab has been amazing, and it's a feature that probably we are all going to be using a lot. But well, I completely understand that probably in the next alphas, betas, release candidates, whatever, they are going to be actually finishing up polishing. They wanted to at least have the feature that could be used. That's the main aim. That's the core. But well, I just wanted to mention that. So let me know what you think about this version in the comments down below. See you.